With digital platforms, our stories can go beyond African borders. The world has slept on Africa for too long, and we will make them listen by any means necessary.
Hi everyone, my name is Eunice and my project is around preserving the African culture with the use of technological advancement and content creation. And here we have with me today the Gloria, popularly known as the African Storyteller. Do not forget to subscribe to get more notification about African content. Like, share. Thank you. How are you doing today, the Gloria? It's nice having you around. Thank you for coming around. I really appreciate this. I appreciate the fact that I called and then you answer. So I have a couple of questions for you. So you're popularly known as the African Storyteller. You're well known for creating content around African stories, histories, culture, and the likes. How would you say that technological advancement can help in promoting the African culture?
As the African storyteller, I have to tell you, technology has been very useful for me. It was why I was even happy to leave traditional media years ago so that I could leverage technology. Yep, I have been in the background doing the work for years now. But one major advantage of digital platforms, for me at least, is that they allow for stories to be archived. Stories that may otherwise have been lost, So by preserving them, they can be shared globally. And this way, not only is our rich heritage, not only is it preserved, but it's also accessible to everybody, anywhere, anytime. So when world history is being discussed, Africa is not carrying last.
Thank you very much for that, Ma. So I have another question for you. So you're well known as a content creator, a producer, and the host of the show, The African Stories. So we would like to know, how do you incorporate technology into your storytelling of African stories and still maintaining the authenticity of the African narratives?
That's a great question. In producing and editing The African Story, I ensure that Africa is well represented authentically, Wow. We can't be carrying last. So I strive for high quality video, audio technology to capture the essence of each narrative. I also, of course, use social media and other interactive platforms to help broaden my reach. I'm very careful not to allow the evolving tech world dilute the authenticity of my stories. So what I do is prioritize maintaining a genuine feel without overproducing. And in all of this, real-time interaction is the new currency. So that sort of checks your authenticity. If what you're narrating doesn't feel authentic, audiences will call you out. So I cherish that real-time interaction, global real-time interaction, and I ensure that I'm adapting while ensuring that I'm also maintaining authenticity.
Thank you very much for that. That's actually a very nice one. So I have another question for you, which is quite similar to the previous one, but I just would want you to probably expatiate. How do you incorporate technology into helping Africans understand their roots, their culture, their artifacts and heritages? How do you do that, Ma?
Technology is a bridge that helps us easily connect. People are able to connect with African culture. I like creating a virtual experience for every single person that's watching my show. So if I'm able to create an awesome virtual experience for an audience, it becomes easier for me to be able to promote more understanding, for me to be able to allow people to appreciate African heritage. So with my podcast, utilization of social media, and a couple of live streams here and there, I've been able to help me get more engaging content that, helps my audience to participate.
Thank you very much for that, Ma. So I have another question for you. How do you strike the balance between traditional storytelling and the new technology? How do you balance these two factors together? Yeah.
Oh, for this one, it can be a bit challenging, but again, this is where authenticity helps, right? I adapt that technology, but I ensure that I don't get caught up in the hype. And I'm also able to keep that connection with African roots. It could be in my delivery or even in my presentation, I always make sure I don't lose that connection. It's very important. That's the glue that binds us all at the end of the day.
Thank you very much for that. So this would be the last question for this session. We all know that you use technological advancement to promoting African culture. So how do you think sharing African stories online would help people understand the culture and appreciate the culture better?
With digital platforms, our stories can go beyond African borders. The world has slept on Africa for too long, and we will make them listen by any means necessary. But thank God for technology. We can even take it farther. It's already happening. We see it in our entertainment industry, but we must keep pushing and ensuring that we're competing on that global stage. There has to be a more nuanced understanding of African society. You know, the world is interconnected, and there is so much globalization, and other continents are operating on an international scale. So Africa must not be left out. This is why I do what I do the way I do it.
Thank you very much for coming for this session.
Thank you so much for having me, Kende. It was so much fun. I enjoyed this, and well done. I'm so proud of you. Keep pushing, girl. Keep pushing, pushing, pushing.
And to everyone out there, do not forget to like, subscribe to get more information, more insight about African stories, culture, and artifacts. See you next time. Bye.